They're being shown to take it easy through 3 and 4. They cannot begin to accelerate till they see the green flag. There it is. An excellent start this time by Tagliani and Dario Franchitti go side by side in turn number 1. It's going to be Franchitti on the outside, grabbing the lead. Mark James.
Will Power settles into third, and Carpenter and Tony Kanaan run side by side. They're trying to track down Takuma Sato. No problems through 1 and 2.
So as we take a look, Dario Franchitti got the jump on the outside. Alex Tagliani settles into second place. Danica Patrick on the inside, trying to make up some room on the inside of the GoDaddy.com car. 1 lap is complete. Tagliani will move to the outside. Mark, he'll challenge for the lead in 1.
Side by side, the Texas two-step between turn 1 and 2 as those titanium bags put on a fabulous fireworks show underneath these fast machines at Texas Motor Speedway. Leaders setting up side by side for turn 4.
They're still side by side. We see Ed Carpenter trying to make the move to the low side in turn number 4. He is going to grab the spot as he currently runs 6th. Danica Patrick up to 7th. Remember, she was the runner-up here a year ago. Takuma Sato, Mark James. He'll make the move on the outside as he makes a bid for 3rd.
First 3 rows stay side by side, and the back end of that train is the 67 machine, the Dollar General car of Ed Carpenter. He's running along with Tony Kanaan to his high side through 3. First 4 starting to separate themselves as Sato wants a piece of Will Power at the end of the back straightaway.
Scott Dixon's on the move as Scott Dixon now tries to move up into the top 5. Dixon on the outside. He'll run the high group through turn number 4. Here come the leaders out in front. It is Dario Franchitti, who currently runs 2nd in the points. Behind him, the 77 machine, the pole sitter Alex Tagliani. Mark James already in front of you in 2.
Dixon's coming. He's gone to the high side now of Tony Kanaan. All of a sudden, that red, white, and blue triple A machine of Elio Castroneves has climbed into the top 10. Mike, he's currently running 7th.
3-time winner here at Texas Motor Speedway is Elio Castroneves. Boy, would he love to grab a win here this evening. Dario Franchitti is your leader. Alex Tagliani runs 2nd. Takuma Sato is 3rd. Tony Kanaan is 4th. And let's see, Will Power runs 3rd. Kanaan is 4th. Takuma Sato is now dropped to 5th. Scott Dixon runs 6th already off of turn number 2.
Sato and Kanaan were side by side. Dixon moved down a little bit on Elio Castroneves at the exit of turn number 2. Meanwhile, 2 car lengths the advantage for Dario Franchitti through the main straightaway.
Wade Cunningham, Mark James, the rookie, started 8th, but he has dropped back to 11th place in the number 99 car as we watch Ed Carpenter. He is also dropping back. He currently runs in 9th place.
13th place for Danica Patrick. She had worked her way up to 7th. Currently, the Penske teammates are side by side in the battle for 7th. That's Elio Castroneves and Ryan Briscoe in turn 3.
Danica Patrick had also backed up. Ed Carpenter checked up some cars on the back straight as they tried to make their way around him, including Danica, who went to the low side. Here come the leaders. At 212 miles an hour, Dario Franchitti, Mark James, and the Huggies car is out in front. Will Power, Mark James, has now gone to 3rd, and it looks like Scott Dixon's going to follow.
Trying to tow him, talking about Will Power and Scott Dixon. They both worked their way around Takuma Sato and hanging around with that lead pack. He can't quite pull up on him, but he's not going away as that number 3 machine of Elio Castroneves as they exit turn 4.
Got to be pretty impressed, Mark, with what Takuma Sato is doing here. Let's keep in mind that he qualified here 11th a year ago, but finished 25th, only his 2nd appearance here, and there's no denying the fact that Takuma is getting much more comfortable on ovals. Of course, he had a very short outing at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, but he's looking good out there right now.
Another driver that is also looking good, and boy, what a story it would be if that ABC supply machine could work its way into victory lane. Put A.J. Foyt back there as a car owner for the first time since 1998. Vitor Mira in that ABC supply machine, Mike, he's worked his way up the 9th position now. Meanwhile, Tony Kanaan, who was contending among that lead pack a few laps ago, has now dropped back to 10th place.
Well, Danica Patrick has now fallen back to 20th. She had contended earlier on for the top 5, but now Danica running 20th with 31 of 114 laps complete. Nick Yeoman, what's going on?
Yeah, she started 10th, Mike. It's hard to tell. She's not really saying anything on the radio, complaining about the car. If I had to guess, to be honest with you, things got awfully racy there at the beginning, and Danica, she's got the long streaks of finishes, of completing and running at the end of the races. I think it looks like she's just taking her time and trying to stay out of trouble because she really isn't saying anything on the radio. She's being pretty positive. That car obviously is struggling early on, though.
Yeah, but Mark James, I just watched Danica through 1, and she cannot keep that car down on the white line. It looks like it's pushing pretty bad up there. It looks like handling problems could be the issue with Danica Patrick.
Of course, world of difference between qualifying trim and race trim. No doubt about that, even with the shortened format here in terms of the 2 races. But this comes as a bit of a surprise because after qualifying yesterday, she was about as happy with that race car as we've heard her in a long, long time after qualifying. But no question about the fact that she can't run run it the short way around right now, and that's the bottom of the racetrack.
And we've got a yellow in turn number 4. 2 cars involved as both of them come spinning. One of them looks like could be Charlie Kimball. So Charlie Kimball, the rookie from California, is involved, and another rookie, Wade Cunningham, is also involved in car number 99. So a pair of rookies bring out our first yellow. Once again, the 99 machine of Wade Cunningham. That is the car that was in victory lane just 11 days earlier at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. So 2 cars involved, as now all the teams will get to pit under yellow. Green flag is back out. The Target Chip Ganassi Racing cars, Mark James, will get past Ed Carpenter, who is just now coming off of pit road.
James Hinchcliffe coming off his pit road as well. James Jenks ended up in the middle of that mix, and a lot of cars getting bottled up behind him. He was on the outside of row number 2, and cars stacked up behind him at the midway point of the back straightaway.
105 laps will be complete this time. Big time bottleneck off of turn number 4 as they are 3, 4. In some places it looks like almost 5 wide. Sparks being thrown up by those titanium pegs, and Mark, a big gaggle of cars just now in turn number 2.
77 of Alex Tagliani, all over the number 12 machine of Will Power. They've got James Hinchcliffe in their sight. He thought about going to the high side of Power, can't get the pass made. Meanwhile, Target Chip Ganassi Racing runs 1-2 off of turn 4 at Texas Motor Speedway.
Not sure about the problem with James Hinchcliffe's spot car, but he is back on pit lane. The leader's out in front. The 10 is the leader. The 9 runs second. Mark, they're already off of turn number 1.
And Scott Dixon beating and banging on his teammate. He's running about a half a groove higher at the apex of turn number 2. Now tucks it right in behind him. Maybe he can pick up a draft, but Dario tries to shut the door on that. He slides up a little bit in the entrance to 3.
Both of these drivers left Indianapolis very upset about their performance. They both felt like they had the chance to win. Here comes Scott Dixon pulling up on the rear wing of the number 10, Dario Franchitti car in turn number 1.
During that caution, we told you about the run drivers typically get at the exit of 4. Dixon got it there. He goes a little higher, now slides down on Power, shoves him all the way down to the white line. Will Power runs a half a groove lower than Scott Dixon as they roar into turn 4.
Yeah, Will Power really got off of turn number 2 as now he's pulling up. He's going to pop to the outside. Now he'll fall in once again behind Scott Dixon. Here they come off of the dog leg, running 1, 2, 3. It is Dario Franchitti, Scott Dixon, and Will Power in 2.
Tag's trying not to lose that draft. Meanwhile, a little farther back, Takuma Sato moved up on Ryan Briscoe. He wanted to grab that 5th spot. Again, Hinchcliffe running in their way. The top 4 work their way into turn number 4. It's still Dario, Dixon, and the number 12 machine of Will Power.
Alex Tagliani trying to get back in it as the top 4 now in a breakaway. Here comes Will Power to the outside. Can he make the move? Mark in 2.
Power moved to the outside, open the bottom for the 77 machine of Alex Tagliani. He's right there, all over the mirrors of Power. He cuts right across the nose, does Will Power. Tagliani tucks in his tire tracks. Now what's the bottom of the racetrack in turn 3?
Visit shophonda.com. Enter for your chance to start an IndyCar race in a 2-seater with an IndyCar champ like Mario Andretti. Official rules at shophonda.com. Ends 8-4-11. No purchases necessary. 4 laps to go. Franchitti leads Dixon by 99 thousandths of a second in 1.
Is Dixon lying in wait, looking for the perfect opportunity? Will Power trying to take advantage. He moves up. Dixon slams the door. Power moves up a half a groove higher. Meanwhile, Dario has the lead at the exit of 4.
The high line could be magical here at Texas Motor Speedway coming off of turn number 4. 111 laps are complete. Will Power's going to move to that high side, trying to go for second place as they head to 2.
Not too many make that move work through 1 and 2. Power got a little too high there. You can do that at the exit of 4, but typically it doesn't work through 1 and 2. Doesn't lose momentum. He's right there in Dixon's tire tracks at 3.
Target Chip Ganassi Racing running 1-2 off of turn number 4. 112 laps will be complete. 2 laps remain. Here comes Alex Tagliani, the pole sitter mark, trying to look underneath the 12 car. He is trying to battle for 3rd.
Loses a little momentum in the setup in turn number 1. Will Power trying to catch up to Dixon now. Scotty stretched it out to about 2 car lengths now at the midway point of the back straightaway. Dario, Dixon run right at each other's tire tracks through turn 4.
It looks like this one's going to come down between the Target Chip Ganassi Racing teammates in a 1-lap shootout. Across the line, they'll see the white flag. Franchitti is out in front. Dixon runs second. Less than a car length separates them in 1.
Will Dixon hit the button and make the move down the back straightaway? Scott Dixon to the high side of Dario Franchitti. Now he tucks in behind him. Mikey's got one more place to make a move. What's going to happen in turn 4?
Will Power sits back in 3rd. Alex Tagliani is in 4th. The battle up in front. Franchitti on the low side. He's got his teammate Dixon filling his mirrors. They come to the line. Checkered flag waves. Scott Dixon is going to be held off by Dario Franchitti as Franchitti wins the first of the Firestone Twins by a half a car length. Mark, what a duel between the Target Chip Ganassi Racing teammates, and it is Dario Franchitti by a half a car length at the line.